Hey all, JTC here, and today, Fatshark finally broke their 2-month-long streak of silence. Earlier today, not just 30 minutes ago, on their official Twitter, they put out an open letter to all players of Darktide, which reads like this. We take enormous pride in our ability at Fatshark to deliver a game that millions can enjoy. That was what we set out to do with Warhammer 40k Darktide, to create a highly engaging and stable game with a level of depth that keeps you playing for weeks, not hours. We fell short of meeting those expectations. Over the next few months, our sole focus is to address the feedback that many of you have. In particular, we will focus on delivering a complete crafting system, a more rewarding progression loop, and continue to work on the game's stability and performance optimization. This also means that we will delay our seasonal content rollout and the Xbox Series XIS launch. We will also suspend the upcoming release of premium cosmetics. We just couldn't continue down this path, knowing that we have not addressed many feedback areas in the game today. Thank you for playing and providing feedback. We really appreciate it. It has and will continue to help shape the game we love. Now, of course, this letter is just words that's being spoken to us right now, and at the end of the day, actions speak louder than words, and considering some things that Fatshark has said have not actually come true, I personally would like to see some actions to back up these words, but regardless, this is actually a pretty good open letter for a couple of reasons. First off, they actually take responsibility for the rough launch of Darktide by saying that they fell short of meeting those expectations. Second, they specifically called out a couple of issues, which means that they are aware of them, namely the lack of crafting, the progression loop is not feeling rewarding enough, and then of course the optimization, which so many people are still having a problem with. But third, and I think the most important, is they said that they are not only going to be suspending the launch of the Xbox release, which, for those that don't know, what Fatshark tends to do in the past is that they release the PC port and then immediately start focusing on the console ports and ignore PC for like months on end. They're not actually going to do that this time. They're going to stabilize the game on PC, which is really good. But the biggest thing is they said that they are going to stop releasing premium cosmetics, and I think that is the number one thing we should be honing in on. The fact that they're willing to suspend the most lucrative part of their game, the thing that makes them the most money temporarily, shows that they're actually wanting to release a product that they're proud of, and they're not just looking to nickel and dime us. They want to release something that they're proud of, and in turn they want us as consumers to enjoy it, because the people at Fatshark are genuinely good people, and they want to release products that they themselves are proud of. Now, the other thing that I want to point out is that Fatshark is owned by Tencent. As I pointed out in another video of mine, pretty much every single game that's owned, or every single company that releases games who are owned by Tencent has cash shops and basically abusive monetization within those games. I compared Darktide to Conan Exiles, and those two cash shops looked very similar, which implies that the one who is actually pushing the cash shops is Tencent and not the developers themselves. The fact that Fatshark is willing to suspend premium cosmetics means that they had some significant pushback against Tencent, and for that, I actually very strongly commend them, because that can't be easy. But as I said, actions do speak louder than words, and I do actually want to see some actions behind Fatshark's words this time, but I think regardless, this is a great open letter to the community and is a step in the right direction to mend the relationship between Fatshark and the community, because it shows that Fatshark isn't completely tone deaf to the problems that the community has and the problems that the game has. The caveat is that these kind of communications has to happen much more frequently and much more often. The last time we actually heard anything, I think it's been like a month, maybe 2, so it's been way too long, and I've said it time and time again. If you've been watching my content for any significant amount of time, you've heard me say it like a broken record. The number one thing that kills games today in 2023 is a lack of communication from the developers. As long as Fatshark continues this open communication with us and actually takes action to improve the game, I think we're gonna be okay. Let me know what y'all think in the comments down below, and I'll see y'all next time.